Good morning, good afternoon, techies and scientists. Welcome to the channel. Alrighty, so yesterday I kind of came in quickly live to kind of test things out a little bit. I am trying a new platform. I don't know how much advertisement I need to do about that. So I am using Streamlab. So if you were using the thumbnail, uh, so if you're in that live stream, you probably don't see it come up, but I'm still live right now. Just don't use that original thumbnail. I will probably take that thumbnail down and use something else. But yeah, so there are a couple of secrets I would like to share. I'll be sharing that toward the end of the stream, so you're gonna have to stay tuned until the end to find out what they are. It's mostly related to how you can best use how to enter a trade with very minimal or low retracement. So I'll be sharing that toward the end of the stream. And you've seen many of those, right? You've seen me enter out of part in a trade where it literally got into that trade and then it just bounced back up. So there's a secret to that. Um, doesn't mean it works 100% all the time. Let me make sure I just say that. But it does work. Okay. Right now, let's take a look. So what we'll be covering today, we are going to obviously do the same way we used to do it. We'll take a look at the daily, then we'll take a look at the hourly, how it is set up, and then we'll talk about this particular section here and how on Friday between 8:30 a.m. on Friday December 5th and 10:30 a.m. you may see a similar trading pattern just like this on Friday. So I'll say watch out for that. And what I mean by that is between 9 a.m. today, 9:09 a.m. today, and 9:55, you see all this ridiculous back and forth price action. And if you were part of it, you got chopped up pretty good. Okay. So with that being said, I will talk about that a little bit later on the reason why you are about to get that price action on Friday, and we'll take a look obviously into the economic calendar, and then after that we'll take some trade. I may have to take some trade before, but the way it is set up right now, probably not because I already missed my opportunity to enter, which is here. If I wasn't trying to come on live, I would probably try to enter here at this point at 25,545. The next spot to enter was going to be this spot, 564. Then the next spot to enter is probably 578. I can try to see if I can put, let's see, let me put a 2 1 here. So, and then I will explain why I'm putting my limit orders
Order
here. I usually
submitted.
use limit orders because when you try to get on the trade directly, what usually happens is it'll put your buy on top and then it will immediately will trace below. So I don't like that. I like to get right on it, and then after I get right on it, I want it to be able to go up. Okay. So that's where we are right now. So now let's take a look at the daily. So I'm gonna deliver what I promised, which is getting on the daily. See how we are doing. So I am streaming on two different type of output here. I'm streaming on the vertical and I'm also streaming on the horizontal. So meaning if you are on X or if you are on TikTok, you'll probably see me come on. Or at least that was the idea. So those are previous trade that I took, and obviously you see all these little things. These are annotations myself. You know what? Let me see if I can clean some of this up to make it look better. And again, this is the boring part that I do when I put out a video. These are all the little stuff that I delete. But nonetheless, let's keep some of it here. It's not that bad. Okay. So what's been happening is we have this range here on October 10th. It has a drop and price slowly got up, went up to this level here. It's not random. if I put my fib, that particular area here is probably either going to be the 125, 150, or to 100. Let's for kicks and giggles, let's do it. It is not a random spot. Okay, so let's see. So I'm using that particular area here, and well, I guess I was halfway right. So instead of said 120, so when I said 125, it could be negative 25, it could be negative 50, or negative 100, which would be to 100. So it's not a random spot. It usually retrace or reverse on that area. So all this area between 25, negative 25, negative 50 usually retrace a little bit, and this is what we saw on the daily. So why did I choose just that particular area? Why couldn't I put my fib anywhere else? Like, what is so important about this area? Okay, so you have price going up on the daily, went up, boom. Okay, so let me make sure I can zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so we have that. It looks so much better that way. Okay, and then let me make sure I kind of like spread it over so you can see what I'm talking about. Nothing on here is random. It looks like random when you're looking at the 1 minute, but it is not random. So you have a low here, it went up, and then it quickly took out that low again. That rapid descent on the daily. We all remember that day on October 10. If you've been trading for a long time enough, you'll see there was a rapid descent here. This is significant. Any lows or any highs that are taken out, if there is a gap in between those gaps are significant. Okay. Let me do a quick test to see if I have audio, because I could be talking and pointing and clicking around and then nobody hear anything. So let me do a quick audio test. Okay, so you might hear myself talking. Yep, we got audio. Cool. So when it gets into that 100, it quickly retrace, and after it retrace, and then we have a low again. Take out that low again. Where? At the 150. Wait a minute. No way. See, I didn't even get there. Didn't I say in the negative 50 or 150%, there's a possible retracement or reverse? What do we see here? Oh, snap. What's that level? 23,933. What's the low on this one? 23,902. Yeah, I mean, I get it. That's a 30-point spread, you know. But I mean, do you have any better system than this? I don't know. And then you can see that low here. So my target, my 0 point is here to here. But you see, when it dropped to the 127, and then went back low again, and then reverse under 150. I mean, go on your chart, you can do the same thing, and then you'll see the same result. See, I'm already giving out some of the secrets already. You know what? I need to step back and not give it all at once. Come on, man. So this is where we are right now, and price has been going up since then. Now you may look into it and say, okay, where is this thing going? Are we bullish? Are we bearish? Um, so I would say we have this relative equal highs here, which is roughly around 25,725. Let's just say, yeah, 25,750, between 25,75, 25,750. This is potentially the target where you may get into. Doesn't mean it's going to get there today or tomorrow. It may get there next week. I mean, it may get there in the next hour. So, this is the part where trading is really hard. You don't quite know exactly when it's going to get there, but you can kind of tell how it's going to get there. Okay. And let me check a couple of few things here, making sure that everything is working correctly here. Yeah, it seems like there's a slight delay here. Um, all right, so here we are right here, right now. So yeah, so the target here. So what do you do when you do this on a daily? I mean, there are so many things you can look into, right? So you're just gonna have over time when you're doing this based on experience, you're just gonna have to develop a knack for picking out what is it exactly you're looking for, and just over time you're gonna have to develop your own narrative about how price is going to pan out, and then from there you'll be able to make adjustments. That's literally what this is. Okay, so this is why I went long here. This is why I went long here and trying to target this particular area 725. Okay, so let's just drop into the 1 hour. So while we're dropping into the 1 hour, we're dropping into the 1 hour to figure out, okay, so where's the midnight open, where's the 8:30 level, what's going on there, and how exactly we're going to use that 1 hour time frame to get into the trade. Okay, but before price get into that level here, which is 725 that I highlighted on the daily level, it needs to get above this first. So price is gonna try to reach out above this, then we trace a little bit, and then go back up, we trace, and then boom, hit it. Okay, it's usually how that's how that works. Let's see here. So price is going to get here, and arrow is going to retrace again, probably somewhere around here or here, depends on how bullish it is. But price has been so weak, so I'm thinking it's gonna retrace to this level here, and then after that retrace up, and then those another retracement. I mean, we've all seen like it never get there in the straight arrow, and then it's probably gonna get on top of this level here, and after that, like maybe around 2 p.m. today, or around I would say London session, which is around 1:30 a.m. Eastern, and then it just may do this. But I'm thinking maybe today it may just get into it. Then after that, what it may do, it may continue to go up or completely fall off. Okay, so this is kind of like how I'm anticipating price to behave, and you can kind of like stretch this out for over a long period of time. Like I said, like right around this is 1 a.m. This is kind of like in the future. Okay, hold on a second. So yeah, if you haven't noticed, I'm dropping the secrets little by little, breadcrumbs by breadcrumbs, over a period of time here. So if you're not watching along, if you drop off, if your attention span is very short, then I can't help you with that. Okay. So that's what I'm anticipating. This is just on an hourly basis, and then the next thing I'll do here on the hourly basis is sorry about that. That kind of came quick. Is I'll just do this. I highlight this particular gap here. Okay. And I want to make it kind of like special and make annotation, because if you don't make those annotation, then you get dropped into the 1 minute, and then you're gonna say, okay, what is this gap here for? Okay, so which is why you wanna make good notes here. And then if you wanna make it extra special, you can make those corners looks really nice, so you can identify, okay, which one is more important than others. Okay, so I'll keep this one solid, 1 hour. And what's the time frame on that one? That is a 9. I think that's a 9 a.m. candle. Okay. And then you click apply. I think it is. Oh, so 10 a.m. It's all good. Actually, you know what? Not all good. And these are the things, because time is very important. So you want to make sure you get the right candle at the right time. The other thing I usually used to do here, let's say for example, it's really bullish, and then during the London session, you have price that drop. So I would usually use the high of either the 3 a.m. hourly candle or the 6 a.m. or the 7 a.m. candle as a stepping stone for price to keep going up. Okay. But as we can see right now, the 7 a.m. is right there on top, and it looks like it's acting as a bearish order block, meaning it's pushing price down. And this is kind of like concerning, looking at it from an hourly basis. So in order for this scenario here to happen, what I'm talking about here is that price go up, go down. It'll have to go significantly up here. Like it'll have to be very aggressive, get on top here in order for it to do this movement here. If it's not aggressive, then I don't see it happening. I don't see this happening right now. I got all kind of notification going on right now. Let's see. So yeah, we do have the 7 a.m. here acting as a bearish order. You know what? Let me make sure I identify them too. So on a temporary basis, you can say, oh yeah, right, I'm gonna take a quick short from that 1 hour candle, from that 7 a.m. 1 hour candle, or the 6 a.m. hourly candle. And so far, what it's doing is kiss it, go lower, kiss it, go lower. So you can use that as a quick trade as well. Let's see. Let's see, that's why you have to make all this annotation. This is the part of trading, unfortunately, that is boring. But you have to do it. You have to go through it. If you don't do this, you're gonna get lost in the sauce, and everything is just gonna look ridiculous. Okay, so 7 a.m. put bearish order block here. Yeah, all those trend line and EMA, I think they're good. I think they're great. But I think they may work mostly like if you do an investment on a daily or on a weekly basis. But anything below that, man, you're setting yourself up. Unless it's on a good trend. Like if price is on the trend and then you use EMA, I think
Order
EMA
filled.
11, 22, 50, 100, and 200, like a combination of those, then yeah, it's a good price point, right? So you'll be able to capitalize on that. All right, seems like price will trace into my limit order here, and we'll see what transpired from here. So I'm gonna put another limit order so I can get a partial. Yeah, because I'm not doing all this work for free. Yeah, I need me a
Order
partial.
submitted.
And what I'm going to do is kind of like elevate this target here right above here. See, there are two ways to do this. You can take a short from this level, 609, and all the way back to 578 as a good short trade, which will be a good trade if you ask me. Or you can wait for it to drop into this level and it will take it up. My apology, I had to sneeze. Yeah, I'm not AI, so I do sneeze and you hear gulping and pause and ums. So I'm a real human being. No AI stuff here. So we do have the 6 a.m. low, which is in the same proximity, so there's no need for me to put a line there. And then we'll go ahead and drop on, usually I drop next to the 15 minutes to see how we're doing. Yeah, I'm looking at the vertical. I mean, we're really behind. Yeah, maybe I need to do some fixing on that. But I like the way it looks. It's much better than StreamYard. All right, so this is the 15 minutes. So we still have this big hourly gap here, and kind of dig into it in a little bit, and then it's retracing, and now I'm still going long. So we're trying to wait and see what happened here. So if price is really bearish, what it will do is going up. It's not even gonna get into that gap, so it'll just quickly run into my stop loss here. Okay, but I believe price is still bullish. It's just gonna muscle slowly grind its way through. Okay, and this is what I was talking about as far as what price will do. It'll aggressively go up, and then which was lower inside that gap here. It may spend an entire time, or it may be really quick. But ultimately, what I would like to see is price to quickly drop into it like a wick, and then just escape velocity and go up. Okay, but this is not what we're seeing right now. It's just very lethargic, very weak. It's a lot of back and forth. Yeah, this is not one of my favorite environment here to trade. All right, let's drop it to not one today. I picked the wrong one. Let's pick the 1 minute, so we can kind of have a clear look of what that looks like. Okay, so this is what it look like. Got into that 1 hour fair value gap here, and then drop lower. And let's see here. Yep, so kind of like drop exactly where I needed it to be. Now it's a matter of seeing whether it's going to stay there and go above, or if it's gonna go lower and get to that particular area right here. And if it does, it's gonna run into my stop loss, and that will be a loss that will occur. Yeah, I'm looking at these lows here. These lows would look very juicy for price to target. Mm, 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 mm. Which kind of lead me to my secret number one. So one of the secrets is sometimes, and this is what I was mentioning earlier, if you go high up here, you can take a short to go lower. When you see this relative equal high here,
Order
my stop
canceled.
loss, I kind of knew that was going to happen. And when you see this relative equal high, you can target this as a short combined with the 1 hour gap that is up here, to make a quick short to go lower. And the next target is going to target is this relative equal lows down here. So this is where I would come and I would say, hey, since I see this setup here, I would either put my long here, or I will put it right here. So what we'll do is clear this relative equal lows that is in this particular area. Let me highlight it. And then once we clear this area, get a quick and then get the that are here in this particular area, and then it'll go up. Okay? Let's see. So we have a lower low, we have stage one, and then we have stage two. And the ultimate secret is it most likely should not go lower than this. And if it does, then it'll probably go much lower for the rest of the day. I think that's secret number two. Alrighty. So here we go. Right here. I'm thinking it should stop right there. And I'm gonna put it right in bold. Come on. Yep, it's always giving me issues here. So let's take out that. Okay. So to me, this should be like the ultimate last stop. Now, if price keep dropping and there's a body here and then there's a full red body here, in my mind, I'm just gonna sit and wait and see what happens next. So it's either gonna have to reprice down below this line or it's gonna continue to go much lower. And then everything that I mentioned above here is all for nil. So it will be delayed. Doesn't mean it will not happen, but it's just not going to happen in the time frame that I mentioned. And as you can see, it's pushing much lower. It's pushing lower and lower. Yeah, so it kind of like went past this one, which was my entry, and now I'm trying to see if it's going to stop right on there to resume, and then this right here is my ultimate stop. So it's like a lot of sit and wait, a lot of possibilities you have to weigh out, and then you cannot just put a lot of contracts, because if you put in a lot of contract size, then when your stop loss hit like this, then you're gonna feel like it hurts. Because if I put, like, let's just say I put 10 contracts of minis, I mean, I'm already knocked out at that point. But I only put two micros, okay? And I know at some point if it stop me out here, I'm gonna put another two micros here, and if it resume higher, I'll be able to make up that loss over there plus some. So yeah, I don't think it's going up yet, so I'm gonna have to wait and see what it does. So pretty much if I were to enter here, so you'll enter long somewhere around here, like around here or here, and I'll put a stop loss right below here. Yeah. So what may end up happening right now is what I call a combo breaker model. It's acting like it's going up because it's bullish, and then it'll get in this level, and then stop it out, and then stomp it to make it go lower. Okay, because there's still all the stop loss that are here. Some people put the stop loss here and relatively one here. I think it will target those stop loss next. Anybody here, hit the like buttons and provide some comments here. Yeah, every now and then I lose my mouse or the screen is frozen. Yep. So I kind of missed that entry here, and that's part of the game. You're always gonna miss out on the entries, and there's a lot of stuff you're gonna miss out on.
Order filled. Order submitted. Order filled.